Good morning. Welcome back to another Scuttlebutt with Ivy's Family Factotum. Out here at the wall. So, yeah, if you have not caught that video, then definitely get over to the main channel. Go check that out. So, that's phase one is complete of the driveway drainage and gabion wall project. And I was out here, I had my truck parked up here on the hill, and Gladys was just poking her head out. We're still dealing with the little one. She's not behaving this morning, so already got put in timeout. Yeah. Well, we had a late start. We didn't even roll out of bed until 10:30. So we got to bed probably around 1 o'clock this morning, give or take. The last batch of tamales are done. So, yeah. I mean, Gladys been doing majority of that work. Just about all of that work. I've still been out here doing a lot of stuff out here that I've been wanting to get done. And I've moved. So, first off, you probably seen yesterday's video. It actually did pretty well, so thank you for that if you did watch that. And if you watched the video but you didn't subscribe and you're back again to say, hey, what had happened or what happened, then give us that subscribe. Be greatly appreciated. So, Miss Ginger was overheating yesterday, and I brought it up here, basically stated what I was going to do. I was going to get everything cleaned out, washed out on the radiator. And the oil, like whenever I checked the oil yesterday, it was like a half a quart low. And it was still, and I check it before I operate it every single time. And I know that it was still within the range of being fine. The coolant, right? The coolant reservoir, it has a minimum and a maximum. That one was still within, I mean, it was closer to minimum, but it was still within the range of being fine, right? So the only other thing was the screens on the engine had a lot of stuff in. Yeah, I'm about over this. It keeps going in my face. So it had the stuff on the screens, and it definitely needed to be cleaned. And even though I cleaned the screens, it was still running warm, not enough to where it was, because it should stay about 170 degrees Fahrenheit. That's it. It really doesn't get any hotter than that. And then the I mean, if you're running it like really hard and heavy, it might go a little warmer, but for just general use, it really doesn't. I have not really seen it go any hotter than that. So when it jumped up to 280, I was like, yeah, that's bad. So I ended up washing out the radiator, cleaning it out, got all the screens and stuff like that cleaned out, and good to go. I operated it basically all day yesterday and had no other issues. So coming out here, been working on this. You're going to see this project coming out. Hopefully I'll get this out to you on the main channel Friday. Yeah, should be Friday. So today is Wednesday. It is Christmas Eve. So Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Happy holidays, whatever you would like to say. Any of those things. And I've noticed a couple things that I didn't wrap up yesterday. So for one, I left the well open. Oops. It happens. So we've been really, really hot around here. I mean, it's like today is supposed to be, I mean, it looks like it's overcasty and like wants to rain, but it's going to get hot today. I mean, it's going to be in the 70s, and that's just uncalled, unheard of for this time of year. And I know it's affecting a lot of folks. A lot of folks are well above temperature for this time of year. I know that there's still some folks up around, like that watch us out in the Cape. Sorry, you're still getting snow. It looks like. So, yeah. Hey, we're nice and warm. I'm in shorts. This is shorts weather on Christmas Eve. Crazy. So let me put down my coffee. We'll get this my little prop stick. And we'll get this closed up. There we go. Oh, boom. Simple. So, I can't wait to redo all this thing, though. This is one of those projects that I really loved doing, but I know that it can be a lot better. So, once the new shop comes, ooh, yeah. Our well is going to get mucho gooder. Because right now, like, our water is awesome, but we still have the issue with the higher manganese content. And then whenever you have the anode rod that's in your hot water tank is normally like a manganese type rod. Well, when you heat it up, it causes that water to smell. It puts off the sulfur oxides. So I know that you can get, it's like a zinc something, like aluminum zinc something anode rod that you can get, and it's supposed to take all that away. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get one of those and see, because like our cold water doesn't smell. It's only the hot water that smells. Yeah. But I also noticed when I was out here recording is I left the windows cracked on my truck. Oops. Yeah. So, but yeah, when I was talking about having my truck parked up here on top of the landing, because this is going to be the area where rocks and stuff are, that big shed is going, that I've talked about, that's going to be turned into the YouTube studio. Well, I was never really planning on putting any type of like parking here, but once I had my truck up here, which it would even be able to come a little further over, because it's going to have the steps, right? The steps and stuff are going to be right here. She's like, oh, so you want to keep your truck up here because you're going to have steps, and the wall is going to be all bougie and stuff like that. And I was like, I can park my truck up here, but I was planning on parking it here where the carport is going to be, because it's a new truck. And she's like, well, what about the Jeep? Well, I was like, well, the Jeep's 15 years old and I don't care. It's already got dents in it. And she's like, oh my goodness. She's like, you and your bougie truck. Yeah, me and my bougie truck. So no, if I park up here, I would just end up getting another carport. So, or building another carport, which is plausible. I mean, I can, because I was already. So actually, let's come over here. This is one of the things, that I was already talking about. Whenever we moved this shed down, it has, well, for one, it's a shed, right? It has shed doors on it, so it has the double shed doors that are on it. And I do not want to have normal shed doors. I would like to have a standard, door, which needs to be, the rough end needs to be 82 inches, right? 82 inches tall. Well, shed doors only give you like 70, 72. So it's not that much. So what I'm wanting to do is to remove these doors, build on to the side of the building, right? So basically attaching more stuff up here at the very top. I can always take off that fascia to be able to attach, whatever I need to directly onto that. Extend this building out, and it doesn't even have to be the full width of this building, right? I can always go, just on the other side of that door right there to bring it out, this way once it's over there. Because it's how this building sits, it's going to sit the exact same orientation. So it's the exact same orientation of how it's sitting right now, just over there. And I want to build out this side that way, facing, as I'd be walking up to the building here, that addition would have a standard sized door in it, because it would be going tall enough, right, to where that wall would be tall enough. And then the roof on that, right, would basically, it would be almost like a porch, right? So the roofs would basically be the same as this shed here, but the wall would not be coming all the way out to this. Like the wall would be only like where, about here, right? But I would still have the roof extend all the way out, and then just have posts out here. Well, I can continue because this building is wide enough. It's a 12 by 16. So it's wide enough, to just continue to extend that roof line all the way out as a shed or as a carport, right? And then, so basically, I would just go ahead and build a carport, and then on the inside and having it attached to that shed, and then inside of that carport, building the little entryway for the studio, right? So I was already, kind of thinking about that, kind of planning that stuff out. Whenever I put my truck up here, right? Because that's actually the first thing that popped into my brain whenever I did park, because it's the first time I parked up here. Normally, I park over there, like you can see my tracks right here. So, and that area there would have basically been in front of like the automotive side of the shop that I'm going to be getting. So, yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, once I parked up here, I was like, ooh, I kind of like the way that looks. And I already know that she wants to be closer to the house and not in the roundabout. So plus I don't like leaving vehicles in the roundabout, because whenever folks come to deliver packages and stuff, right, they can just use the roundabout, come in, drop what they need to, and then take off without having to back up and finagle their way around here. And she likes staying parked in the roundabout. But as of right now, she's only doing that because we're still working on that. So once I get the other side done, then she'll be able to come back over here and park back on the driveway again. So, yep, that's it. Tractor's good. The redheaded mistress is good. She's back at her naughty self. We're still planning for all these other projects. Projects are still moving forward, but it's also Christmas. So we're going to be taking a break. I'm probably not going to be recording anything tomorrow. And then may or may not come back Friday. Actually, for the Scuttlebutt, I'm probably not going to have anything come out until Monday. So I'm going to take a couple days break, just to relax. I mean, I'm still getting out here and working and doing stuff, because that's just me. I can't really sit down that much. But, I'm not trying to do the work, do this, because if you did not know, I mean, YouTube is a lot of work, especially whenever it comes to taking care of channels and doing all those things. And one of these days, it's going to reward us, you know, more than it already has. So, yep. All right, y'all. Well, get out there, thank a veteran with every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day, and we will see you on the next one.